We love hip hop.
1 2 1 2 1 2. Let me hear you on the mic right there.
Yo.
You could bring the mic closer. You could bring the whole stand. You can move that shit around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure I sound it better. So what you say? You never did it on this.
Here we
just
go.
Just chill, bro. Chill. I didn't start no music yet. I'm chill. So you say you never did like a podcast, seen the podcast behind the scenes, like any podcast besides this?
Well, actually, I have.
Talk to me.
Because I was on this other network, right? These guys are starting out. I don't really name drop these guys. There's no free motion. So I kind of seen theirs. But as far as the number one podcast in the city, like this one, it's like, it's totally different. It's a surreal experience. We need you now. I'll tell you that. Hey, we need you now.
And you know what's crazy? We do audio and video. So the people who are listening to the audio, when they hear that, we need you now, they're like, oh shit, I gotta go watch that YouTube to see who we got today. I want to find something before we start to get the music popping for this right here. Let's see. Oh man. Okay.
I was pissed off in that video right there. Still, I can't lie to you.
That must have been a crazy studio session too, right there.
Oh yeah, you said this is episode 365?
Episode 365.
You know, it's crazy because I recorded this at 365 Studios. Shouts out to my guy, Mr. 365 Skits. We need you now.
Salute. Well, listen, man, I'm really glad to have you here. I'm going to start this off right here. Actually, let me do it in regular fashion. We are Buck is the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. I'm your host with the most toast, Friday Ricky Dread, aka Showtime Rick, aka DJ Not a DJ Rick, aka 100 Buns to the Head. We back over here, Visionary Art Center, episode 365. Special guest today. I'm really happy to have this gentleman. With no further ado, Icy Springer in the motherfucking building. Where's my sound effects?
Number one. Hey, we need you now. Shouts out to Friday. Thank you for having me, brother.
Yo, fam, I was on the way here thinking, how am I going to do this? Because we could just do a regular interview, but then I was like, you know what? Let me do something special and have you as my special guest co-host. We'll get to talk about, get to know you. And then get your view on some of these things that are popping off in the news today. Because when I see you on Instagram, I always like your point of view on shit. You're like one of the voices of the city, one of the young voices of the city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you a couple questions because you said when you just dropped that tune, right? You're just coming off retirement.
Yeah.
So what? You're not doing no more tunes anymore, fam?
Well, to be honest with you, I have a diss track coming out. I got a diss record coming out. You know what I mean? For a couple of people. Some people are going to be in there. I'm yellow taping these motherfuckers. It's kind of similar to like that 50 Cent How to Rob. You remember when 50 Cent dropped that? Yeah. Yeah, so I got something like that. I pull a Jay-Z, But yeah, that's what it is. So right now, I'm really trying to focus on the show business and the media. You know what I mean?
So, wait a minute. Who you got this is for, fam? It might be some of the people I might ask about.
Well, I'll tell you this. Yeah. First of all, we got a couple people in there. I can't spoil everything, but definitely 40 Cal Keys, that piece of shit. Because that guy dropped a diss record against me. I don't know if you heard about it. I ain't even listened to it. Can you imagine someone dropping a diss record for somebody and the guy hears about it, but he doesn't listen to it?
Yo, bro.
Yeah, so I'm going to get 40.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah, 40's going to get yellow tape, but he knows. Who else? I'll get this. I'll get that guy. I don't even want to say the nigga's name, but I'm going to get that piece of shit. What'd you say, baby? No free motion?
No free
No free motion. You know what? You got to hear the song to find out. You know what I mean?
Listen, I have been very adamant about I don't usually mention people's names. So the express views and opinions are the views and opinions of Icy Springer and not Friday Ricky Dread of the We Love Hip Hop
Icy
podcast.
Springer, 100%.
But at the same time, I do have smoke for niggas when they have smoke for me. It's just that I've had an issue in the past with 40 Cal Keys. You know what I'm saying? Not like a big issue, but like he's made videos about me too.
Oh yeah, I heard about. Yeah, I seen that shit.
So I could understand where sometimes you can get kind of pissed off. The fan base, the Icebergs.
Talk to me.
Tell me how you even came up with the name of the Icebergs, or did that name come to y'all?
I'll be real with you. It came to me. You know, everything, when it comes to Icy Springer is organic. You know what I mean? So Comic Gang was, one day I was doing a live. I was in Liberty Village doing a live. And Comic Gang's like, yo, Comic Gang, what are we calling ourselves? Because you know how Nicki Minaj, she got the Barbs and Justin Bieber got the Biebs, right? Ooh. So then we just started doing some brainstorming, and that's how we came up with the Icebergs. Glacier. They even gave me Icy Springer. I was just running with Icy Podcast.
So it's the fans that gave you that name.
Yeah, Cronam, 100%. My GG.
Yeah, because that was one of my questions on the list too. Like, has your name always been Icy Springer? But before It was Balenciaga Icy.
Balenciaga Icy, yeah.
Right? Did you ever have any names before that? I know you had some like old school names.
Yeah. When I was rapping before, my name used to... This guy's sick. My name used to be Columbus. I used to go under the name Columbus and Icy KO. And then Balenciaga Icy, but it's Icy Springer, and we keeping it Icy Springer Motion, man. 100%.
Okay. Why Columbus, fam?
Yeah, I don't want to answer that. I'm going to keep real with you.
What were you discovering out there, fam?
No, honestly, I don't even want to... I can't answer that because they'll yellow tape me on that one. But yeah, my name was Columbus. Some people say that shit if they know me. Even royalty at one point. Shouts out to Price the Boss. I see you guys had Price the Boss up here.
That's fam.
Yeah. Shouts out to Price. But yeah, when I was with this guy, my name was Columbus. I went through my name changes as I evolved. Yeah.
Because you and Price, you have tunes together and stuff from time too, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I never knew. 2 years ago, you were sending me tunes, fam. I never knew this. This is news to me, fam. I was doing my research and it was like, yo, I was trying to send Friday some tunes, but he was moving Hollywood and he dissed. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, all you guys. You and your former co-host.
Okay.
You guys are moving like, but fuck. Yeah.
Fam, to be honest.
But we here now, goddammit.
Yeah, fam.
I'm here. They didn't let me in through the front door, but I followed in through the back.
Yo,
goddammit.
Bro, to be honest, I had no idea. I be in my editing, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes shit gets stuck in the request section. Fam, I get caught up, bro. I apologize. You know what I'm saying?
That's all good.
It's not no diss thing, you know what I mean?
At first I took it personal, but at this point I realized it's business, you know what I mean?
You're probably like, fuck that nigga Friday.
Yeah, low-key, I was like, fuck the whole network at one point. Even though I knew you guys were number one, I wasn't saying fuck y'all, but it's like, it's like, you know what I mean? You guys are big. Like, I'm going to tell you this right now, like 6 Buzz, you got you guys, 6 Buzz. Ooh, people want to get recognized and acknowledged by y'all motherfuckers. So, you know what I mean? If niggas ain't getting it, it's fuck you. You know what I mean? But it ain't really fuck you, if you know what I mean.
No, listen, fam, like I said, I never have no hard feelings when it comes to when I do this shit, right? But like, okay, let's even go back in your history a little bit. Jamaican background, both your parents from Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
You grew up in the West End?
Yeah, I grew up West End, North York, like Bathurst and Wilson, outside of Wilson Station, Duffin and Wilson.
What was life like growing up over there? And this is before your move, because I know you moved eventually.
Yeah, life over there was pretty, easy, I ain't gonna lie. It was Metro Housing, the building, right? But it was like predominantly a Jewish and Filipino neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got more black people and more black kids over there now compared to back then, but yeah, it's just it ain't no hood or anything like that. You know?
Isn't that the area where they have the Hasidic Jews and stuff?
What do you mean by Hasidic Jews?
Like the ones that have the curls?
Yeah. You see them walking down the back streets on like certain days. Synagogue time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you eventually you went from there and you moved to Jungle.
Yeah. You do your research.
I do my research. Fam.
Freddy's on some Nardwar right now.
I do this, fam. So Jungle, right? And for around the age group that you are, this is Mayhem Moriarty times, Hustleman times, right?
Shouts out to the Hustle Man,
Yeah. Mayhem used to sell you weed.
Yeah, their music was good at the time. But yeah, Mayhem used to sell me weed. Because you know what it was? My grandmother used to live at 20 Flemington Road, so that's like right behind Lawrence Square Mall. And Mayhem used to live in the building behind that. You know what I mean? So... yeah, I needed weed one day. I seen the nigga. It's a nigga that I've been seeing, you know what I mean? When I'm in the food court and shit. I asked him if he had weed and he said, forward. Man had weed. He had Guinness for sale. But this is all before the snitching and all that shit, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something that's probably a funny connection to that.
Talk to me.
If he was selling you some loud, he probably bought it from me.
Oh, yeah?
Past the statute of limitations, so I can say this, but you know what I mean? Because this is fucking more than a decade ago. But yeah, I used to actually sell weed to Mayhem.
Say that.
Yeah. And I have tunes with him, so I don't pet no powder. But the jungle life is way different than fucking Bathurst and the area we were living before, right?
Most definitely. But Friday, let me just clarify something. I was living in jungle because my mom kicked me out at 16 because I was misbehaving, right? And then I moved to jungle with my grandmother. But the thing is, I wasn't a junglist. Like, it's one of those ones where I was just living there with my grandma, but I wake up and I forward back to my ends.
Okay.
So I wasn't on no junglist shit. Like, but jungle's a total different lifestyle compared to where I'm from.
Yeah. No. Salute to jungle. And even with your moms, right?
Yeah.
She's like a popular influencer. She does hosting and stuff like that. Miss Hilly.
Shouts out to Lady Hilly, yeah.
Yeah. Yo, fam, like, I went on her Instagram. Her follower count is crazy.
Yeah. And it's organic.
Like?
Well, what's that like?
Yeah, like everybody knows your mom, fam. Like, especially in this Toronto tight-knit community, a lot of people know your mom, Dukes.
They do. A lot of people know my mom. They fuck with her. They respect. They got love for my mom in the dancehall community in Toronto. And to me, it's pretty good. I'm going to keep it real with you. It has its pros and its cons. You know what I mean? Because ever since I started doing show business, being Lady Hilly's son, that had a lot of people intrigued.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And some girl want to fling the pussy upon me. You know what I mean? But then people try to like get at me, talk to my mom. Yeah, and then they message my mom and they do some weird shit. You know what I mean? But it's part of like having the motion. I'm a motion man. She's a motion lady.
Yeah.
That's like,
yeah. Well, listen, man. Salute to Lady Hilly, man. And even like,
see that ladder?
You were like, once you started getting kicked out of school and stuff like that, right? Why the fuck did you get kicked out of how many schools you went to, bro?
To be honest, there's different reasons why I got kicked out, but I went to Mackenzie, I went to Lawrence Square, I went to George Harvey, I went to my fair share still.
You just named like 3 schools.
Burnham Thorpe.
Holy.
Went to my fair share.
Okay, you're a young man at these times.
Yeah.
Now that you can like reflect as an older man, right? Like, what do you think was going on in your head at those times that made you misbehave?
Well,
I got serious.
Yeah. At that point, realistically, I'll say this. It was 3 things for me personally. It was money, pussy, and weed. You know what I mean? So I was just doing my thing. What really made me misbehave? Yo, I feel like, honestly, man, I feel like I wasn't the worst. I wasn't you know what I mean? Like, compared to like, I ain't never catch a murder charge, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So like, I don't know, I just feel like shit just happens, you know what I mean? But yeah, as when I was in high school, like, that's what I had on my mind, money, weed, and pom-pom. So it was really on my mind.
Okay, so give me, and we'll get off the high school in a second, right? Give me like maybe 2 high schools that you got kicked out of and the reasons why.
2 high schools and I got kicked out and the reasons why.
Without like it being something incriminating.
Yo, after this, brother, yeah. Come here like this guy knows something. He wants me to, all right.
So anything that's past the statute of limitations.
All right. Yo, you know what? Fuck. All right, put it this way. Okay, let me see.
Put it this way: they already kicked you out of the school, so it's not like you're charged. You're already convicted as far as school goes, right?
Yeah.
The charge and the conviction is you're out.
Yeah. So the thing is, so long story short, I'll be real with you. Friday, I got charged. Okay, in Mackenzie, I got charged. I was with some people, and I don't want to like get into it.
You don't have to.
But I got charged in grade 9. Wow. That's my first charge, and then fucking they kicked me out. But then that's so crazy. You know what's so crazy is? I got charged for this shit, and then I went to court, and I was found guilty. I mean, found innocent. Innocent, but I was still kicked out. And that happened in grade 9. And then when I was in George Harvey, So, but the thing is, I can't lie though. In grade 9 at Mackenzie, the shit happened at the school.
Yeah.
But we were still found innocent. But when I was at George Harvey, it was summertime. I got into some shit. And the person had nothing to do with the school. It wasn't even school times. But because the boy them came to the school and charged me, the pussy all them kicked me out. Just because I got charged at school. Yeah.
See, that to me unhatches something. Because
talk to me.
There's one thing to be like, all right, I'm problematic. I'm doing some shit in school that fucked me up, right?
Yeah.
But like if you're proven innocent of the charges, right?
Yeah.
If you're proven innocent of the charges, the school kicking you out makes it harder for you growing up because now you're moving to a next school, you got to readjust and things like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they might have been a little bit harsh on you on a couple of those kickouts, bro. A couple of those expellations. Right?
Yeah. They had this thing called safe schools at one point. They had this guy like, yeah. They were, you know what I mean? But you know what it is? It's a stereotype, right?
Yeah.
It's with the young black, you know what I mean? And I need to go too far into it, but at the same time, I wasn't an angel. You know what I mean? And but I must say this: I graduated. You know, even though I got kicked out of George Harvey, my first year was good.
Yeah.
You know, that was the one school that I went to where I was successful both semesters. Yeah. I got 7 out of 8 credits that year.
Nice.
And I ended up graduating at Yorkdale on Orphis Road.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so I got my OSSD.
Nice.
But yeah.
No. Listen, I'm going to have to throw a sound effect on that because I feel like there's a lot of people, especially in the city, fam, and coming from the different hoods, that don't graduate high school, fam. And you don't have to go back once you graduate. It's not like they ask you like 10 years later, hey, yo, come back and like run that back again. Like, nah, fam, you're good. You know what I'm saying? You can at least put that on the application if you have to go get a job somewhere.
Yeah, but I'm going to keep it real with you. You're right, but ever since I graduated, like I feel like the biggest thing that I did, graduating was just letting my grandma know that I graduated. Because ever since I graduated, I never put on no job application.
Yeah, but you never know, it may come in handy.
Oh, most definitely it is. I got it. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
you're right.
Like, listen, I've been through my share of situations. You know, I did a bid where I came home, I was on parole, and I was forced to get gainful employment, as they say in their conditions. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't graduate high school, bro, I wouldn't have been able to get the job at the time. You know what I'm saying?
True.
If I didn't get a job, I would have been back inside. You feel me?
Yeah. But one thing about high school, it gives you life, like discipline, you know, skills for life because you're trying to complete this shit. You're trying to pass it and shit. For you to pass their curriculum, you got to dedicate yourself and shit like that. So even though I never put out an application, I still benefited, graduating from high school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So even as you're young and you're growing up, right? When was the first time that you could remember that you jumped off the porch?
Friday, chill. Well,
shout out to our sponsors, Astro Pink, always coming with that loud. Check them out on their website, myastropink.com, or you can hit them up on Instagram at astro_pink. If you know, you know.
What you mean by jump off the porch? Because you see me, my definition of spinning is different compared to like your typical, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And jump off your porch. Technically, if you want to say it, I'm going to keep it real with you. I say jump off the porch if you want. Like, because they say jump off the porch, you outside slapping shit.
No.
Oh.
Jump off the porch means, I've got into the streets and started getting money.
Oh, I was like 14 years old. Back then, I was doing B&Es. Wasn't trying to work at C&E. Yeah, so
Bars.
You know whose bars those are?
No.
Casper.
Shout out to Casper. That's a sickle right there.
Yeah, but you can say that. But yeah, well, nah, I'll keep it with you. Yeah.
No, but like the 14 years old, you're on road. Like, man, that's young, bro. You know what I'm saying? You must have must have been seeing some shit from a young fucking age, bro.
Yeah. I seen shit. I see much. You know what? I think I probably said this in my last interview, but I won't even say that. But I'll say, I seen certain shit, and I seen things where I'm like, that's not for me. I'm gonna stay in my lane, type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's basically experience and exposed to certain shit, and I just be like, that's not for Keegan.
Yeah.
I stay in my fucking lane.
But over the years, I feel like even in the interview that I was watching, right?
Yeah.
And salute to GTV. That's where I was watching the interview, right? I'm not gonna front
Yeah, shouts out to Vegas.
Yeah, and to Gutsy. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, fuck Gutsy. He's a dusty, two-faced snake piece of shit. But whatever,
man.
But it's all good though. It's all good Friday.
Okay, but in that interview, you mentioned going to jail. I feel 5 times, bro. Crazy, bro. At least, no?
Yeah. Because, I didn't really watch the interview before. I scanned through it, but yeah, I'll tell you this because, from 2015 up until, let's just say last year, I was in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah, in and out.
Do you think that you have a string of bad luck sometimes, fam? Or is it just life consequences, bro?
I feel it's a string of bad luck and poor choices in life that lands me in those shitty situations when I'm in those fucking cells.
Yeah.
Yeah, but motherfuckers know me, right? I'm going to get into it. We love hip hop.
Talk about
it. You know what it is? Me, it's shit that I've been going through in the past. I was in a bad, you know what? I just made poor choices. But I ain't making those choices no more. And that's why a nigga flourishing right now. You understand me?
No, listen. Every time that
it comes down to
you get into an obstacle like that,
yeah,
it's a learning experience. All right. I'm sure every time that you go away, you learn something. All right?
Yeah. Yeah, am I being unprofessional right now?
No.
Okay, say that.
We potting.
It's show business, man. All
right. Give me some life lesson that you've learned from every time you come home from a jail experience, maybe even some of your couple last ones.
Well, each time it's a different thing. You know what I mean? So it's I realize first thing is I realize life goes on without you. So many changes. People get new cars. People move. Babies are, people are breeding and things like that.
Yeah.
Right? But realistically though, it's been a couple times, but my last time, my third eye was open. And I'm in my 30s, right? I'm in my mid-30s. I'm about to be 35 in November.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I realized, I'm getting too old because my son's about to be 14 next month. So for me to be going to jail for petty shit, it ain't even it's paper. Some petty shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I realized, fuck it, I had to just, let's cut certain things off, yeah.
Yeah. No, I rate it, fam. And as long as you stay home, fam, you have more opportunities to do more things because you're multi-talented. You know what I'm saying? You came in from the music, right? And we mentioned, did we mention Price the Boss, you and him doing music?
Yeah, I started making music with Price the Boss.
Right?
Yeah.
But you didn't stay on the music.
No, you know what it is? I didn't stay on the music. No. No.
But the thing is, you're still here.
Indeed.
Right? So there's a reason why. It's because you're out here, fam. You're on the gram. You've been able to transition from making music and to becoming a well-known personality in the city. Was that by design or did it just fall into that?
It just happened, kind of, in a sense. Because I feel like between me and everybody, the motherfucker right here, everybody watching, I feel like I'm an entertainer, right? So regardless, one way or another, I was born to entertain in a sense, trying to capitalize off it at another level, you know what I mean? But so what happened with the rapping was, see, me, I could rap. You know, a lot of people, you could rap. We all could rap.
Catch me on Spotify.
You know what I mean? But the thing is, it's it just didn't work out for me like that. I just wasn't woo. So I ain't gonna sit there and lie to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I enjoy, it's almost those rappers or those athletes that never made the big leagues, but they still play and they enjoy the sport. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's just what it is for me when it comes to music, right? So I do my thing, but I feel like, I feel like this is my woo, you know what I mean? Media is just my thing, you know what I mean?
And even with that, right before the pandemic, you started started popping up on Instagram a little bit more often, right?
Yeah.
When they started doing the 4-way Instagrams, was that when you really started getting it popping?
Yeah.
Because remember when that feature got introduced? When we opened and there was new feature and you could add 4 people on a live?
You know what's so crazy? I wasn't even going live. before the 4 feature.
See that?
So I don't even remember what it was like before that.
This is what I'm talking about, fam. Like the first time I seen you on live, it was 3 other people and it's just like crazy shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like a movie. It's like,
yeah. You know what? I'll say this. Shouts out to my co-host. When I started doing Icy Springer, I started going live with 7 other people.
Wow.
You know? Shouts out to Nisi. We need you now, Nisi. Yummy Dollars. Shouts out to my guy Venom. And and Tiny. You know what I mean? I had some other co-hosts, but ain't gonna mention their names right now. But I'll say, I started off with them and we were just going live with each other. And then one thing turned into another. We got Icy Springer. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Last man standing. But yeah, shouts out to my former co-host.
Yeah, man. You had a lot of different people popping off on there, right? But eventually, actually, you know what? Before I get to the accounts, because you lost a bunch of, actually, I'll stay there. You lost accounts though eventually. How many accounts have you lost over the years?
It's a good question.
Because Instagram's, they got fucking strict after a while, bro.
Good question, because no matter how many accounts I lose, my motion is still strong. Still number one. That people know where to find the motion, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I be dissecting shit. But realistically, I lost my Blincy Icy Podcast, and I lost the Icy Springer, my original. I lost 2.
2 of them, man.
I had one had 11K, and the other one had 14K.
Wow.
But it's okay. We're still okay. We're still
yeah.
Still doing numbers.
So even when you get a new account, like, and you start going live again, did you start seeing people immediately start popping back up, or like did you have to like strategically start getting people back on the page?
Never that. I'll say something. One thing I realized when you have motion, when your music is motion, you ain't got to do too much. The people going forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You stay close to the mic, and it's like for instance, even if I don't lose an account, sometimes I can't go live on a certain account because Instagram guidelines, they're more strict or as strict as YouTube at this point, right?
Yes, they are.
So they ban my live. I say, fuck it, I make a new Instagram account. And they followed over there. I have like, you know what I mean? Like 200 followers, but then we have like 200 people in there.
That's crazy.
You know, like the numbers, like they're over there. Yeah.
Nah, fam, it's a good look. And at this point, I'm sure like, over the years of getting all of that motion, right?
Yeah.
You've been stopped on road before. Like, hey, yo, that's Icy. Yo, you Icy?
Yeah.
What's that like? Because I know with me.
Yeah. I was about to flip the question on you and be like, you tell me what it's like.
Yo, fam, I have a little bit of anxiety sometimes for like the people who don't know, right?
Yeah.
So I just play it cool. But I'm always just a little bit weird, and I just want to leave right after.
Same here to a degree. However, when niggas approach me, one time I was at Sherway Gardens and I was walking into the fucking sports check right there, and a nigga approached me. Ain't know what kind of energy he was on, right?
Yeah.
Right? And but he was like, it's all love at the end of the day. I fuck with you, keep doing your thing. But more times I see it's gal. You know what I mean? It's gal that I see on the street, and the love, and I like the love. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's a good look, man. Not everybody has love though.
No. But I see the haters, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to see these cocksuckers in real life. But the haters that I see, like I don't really bump into them in real life, and I feel like when they see me, they don't even say shit.
Well, there's a couple of people, right? You mentioned you were going to make a tune.
Yeah.
And we talked about in the beginning, the tune 40 Cal is going to be in this tune. Or about, right?
Yeah.
And also Snoopy, you had an issue with it at one point. Are you guys, is there any way of these issues ever getting resolved, fam? Big salute to our sponsors, Diamond Club Delivery. They got delivery all over the GTA and a crazy selection of flowers, tinctures, edibles, and everything that you need. You can also check them out on the 7 Days of Weed website, s7daw.com, or you can check them out on their Instagram, diamondclub_905.
Of course, 100%. Me and Snoopy, we had a little issue last year. It wasn't nothing serious because I seen Snoopy the other day at one of his events. I never knew it was a Snoopy event. Okay. So I went there with 2 of my guys, and I ended up bumping into Snoopy, and it was love.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's me, I call it show business, right? And I know certain things on social media, tongue twister, social medias, you know, like it's serious in the streets, right? With certain people and things like that. But me and Snoopy, you know, me and Snoopy used to go to school together, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we used to go to school at George Harvey. I said this in my lesson. And Hardington. I know this guy, right? So it's not like that, right? But we're cool though, basically, yeah.
Yeah, so where did the beef now start with 40 Cal Keys? Or 40 Cal?
Okay. I'll say this. Beef. I don't want to use the word beef.
Or let's call it issue.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. So now it started with this girl named Shade in the Six. All right. Okay, I can't say it started with a girl Shade. It started on her live. They were doing
I know Shade in the Six.
Actually, you know what? Long story short, in his eyes, it started because shouts out to Rambo.
Yeah, salute to Rambo.
That nigga Daddy Rambo, you know what I mean? But so Daddy Rambo and him were going back and forth. I was dissecting it on my live. Rambo yellow taped him in a sense where Rambo talked about some sensitive shits that the nigga ain't want to hear at the time.
Yeah.
Nigga was upset. He took it out on me. In a sense, right? But, and then so one time, I guess he wasn't feeling me. Like, I guess not feeling me, but I guess he wasn't like, ooh, you know, he wasn't fucking with me.
Yeah.
Right? So I go on live. I see he's on live with Shade in the Six, and I trying to join the live because they had 6 people in there. They were conducting an interview with 6 people.
Wow.
I was trying to join the live and bring some motion.
Yeah. Boost
the numbers. And the nigga's like, nah, don't bring Icy in. Ooh. And I went, well, I'm to this brother, yeah. And I called him washed up. And then at that point, that's what set him off. And then he started doing what he was doing to y'all.
Making the videos and stuff.
To me.
Yeah.
And and then, long story short, I gotta say this though. Me, I don't fuck with people like, I don't talk about people's mothers or woo unless they push my button. But in that situation, the nigga went and he mentioned my mother on Facebook. Right? And then he involved my mom. Now my mom is on WhatsApp asking me what's going on. So that's what I just had to tell, you know what I mean? But at this point, we're cool, you know what I mean? In the sense where he came on the live and he's like, I see, fuck that. You know what I mean?
So why still the diss tune, fam?
Oh, because I got to yellow tape these guys. 100%. The fuck? These guys here a while ago now. He came on the live and he's like, yo, he's like, yeah, fuck it. You know, we can't keep going back and forth. Man, them have to live better, do better, black man. Okay, say that then.
Yeah.
But he still has his diss track up and and all his content, all his videos that he has trying to like, what's the word called when someone's trying to make you look bad?
Defame you.
Defame me and sabotage me. But it's cool. But he claims it's for his watch hours on YouTube, right?
Right.
So I'm yellow taping you still. And we still cool. We're cool and your shit's still up? Well, hold this, motherfucker. How about that?
I think that's fair game. And yo, I think it's healthy that y'all were able to come to a resolution and then you could just make content and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because even in the end of the day, with all of us out here making content, it never be that serious, bro. You know what I'm saying? You see me over here doing my thing. I get into enough issues, enough people try to get at me and make videos.
Yeah, for instance, can I ask you a question while I'm here?
Please do.
How was it like when they shouts out the top 5, free top 5, but when he called you Tim Duncan?
You know what? It was actually a good look. I didn't mind. It didn't bother me.
You weren't offended?
Nah, because Tim Duncan is a fucking legend, bro. Tim Duncan has mad rings, bro.
He does.
He might be a boring player, and you know what I'm saying? I know he was trying to say I'm a boring old head, but fam, we're having the conversation in the first place. We wouldn't be having the conversation if he didn't think I was popping too.
True, I guess he wouldn't have accepted your request and stayed up there that long with you.
Yeah. So it's like a mutual traction thing. Like, you know, I know at the time that I was getting traction on the live, but he knows he's getting traction too, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was never no beef thing. And even at that time, I'll let the people know, I spoke to top 5 behind the scenes those times when we were first like meeting up on live and all that, and people thought it was an issue. Nah, fam, we would still talk behind the scenes and it was all love.
No, well, see, one thing about I don't
Until it wasn't.
So it's what? It's not love right now?
I don't know. I think I haven't really spoken to him, but at one point in time...
You're free top 5.
You know, yeah. You know, freedom is a must. You know what I'm saying? I never say free just a specific person because I don't know. I never know I'll go on. Right?
Yeah.
But that's me. But when we were going through our issues at one point, things were cool. And they kind of went left again because we had a bunch of videos that were up covering the news.
But you didn't like that?
Yeah, fam. But my whole thing is like, yo, if CP24 can cover it, why can't we cover it? It's already out there. It's public knowledge. You're not digging up shit from like the streets. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's a whole other shit, man. With you in the YouTube, I seen you pop up. You did the Icy Springer Podcast. Why can't we get more, fam?
Well, I'll tell you this. Realistically, because I did. Shouts out to City Above Visuals. Those are the guys where they kind of like they seen the motion. And they believed in me and they invested in a sense where they got the camera crew, the people that follow the equipment. But you know what it is? Because it's just scheduling. Because I like my real life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me to make the content, you know what I mean? And it's just like, it's because cash versus content. I'm outside doing cash, you know?
Yeah.
And these guys, and then the thing is now, look, when these, I don't know, because the thing is, like, my thing is, I'll keep it real with you right now. Shouts out to City Bell Visuals. But the thing is with me is, it's like, I feel like when we make the content, and we were just talking about this before we started. I feel like I ain't gonna get the recognition that, because niggas is expecting, like, paper, like, right away. Like, I don't know if it's right away, but they expecting paper. I don't know if it's really going woo. So
No,
that's
you're not. You got to go through years, not sometimes, a lot of times, not making no money before you really start hitting the algorithm, you know, really getting that money coming in, even monetizing a YouTube channel. But to me, you're very talented, fam, and you're an entertainer. You're a natural entertainer. You get in that YouTube algorithm, and it will bless you, fam. Trust me.
Yeah. Shouts out to Rock Boy Ninja. He was telling me the same thing. He's like, just start. You know what I mean? He's like, it's worth it. The thing is now, I don't know if the thing is, so long story short, to answer your question, when I did that first episode, it was with like, you know, some other people.
Yeah.
And I didn't really continue because like, you know, like I'm sidetracked. But I don't know if niggas is really like invested because it's going to take some time to really for it to take off and really make sense, you know? So yeah, it's a bunch of things, you know what I mean? But we going to get right this year. I'll tell you this, right?
I'll tell you this right here on air, okay? And I do the edit, so I'm gonna keep this in too. You know what I'm saying?
Say that then.
I'm gonna make sure with the expertise that I have of production and stuff like that, that Icy Springer is on these YouTube screens, on people's televisions in any way possible, whether it's you doing it on your own network or if you got to fuck around and do some hosting over here, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, say that then. Hey,
I got sound effects too.
We
fam.
need you now. Nigga got me fucked up right now.
Salute to Bingo right there. But yeah, man. Monetization, even with you, right? On IG, I know with us, we do repost, promo, and stuff like that. I do reaction videos, and people pay us for the reaction videos I do and stuff, right? How have you been able to monetize through Instagram and stuff like that? Or have you?
The answer to that question is I haven't.
You sold merch though.
Well, actually, I guess, yeah. If that's what I've capitalized, I would call that like I sold merch. And that's basically it, realistically. But you know me, I do a lot of giveaways on my show. You know?
Yeah.
So I get lit and I be giving shit away, you know? So I feel like, I did make some money. The merch sold out, you know?
Saying.
And I got some merch for, shouts out to Cities. You know Cities?
Of course.
The Toronto local.
Yeah, I have a few Cities fits.
Yeah. Me and Cities, we gonna collaborate on some new Icy Springer merch. And that's what I got forwarded for the summer. But I guess that's the only way I kind of monetize off of Instagram. It's kind of hard to monetize. Well, I guess.
You could read, you know what? I'll give you some advice right now on air. Repost, fam. You got the motion, right? So people are going to want some real estate space on your page. Yo, you know, can I repost? I got a new music video dropping. You know, can I get a repost? Like, just how you wanted when you came to We Love Hip Hop. Yeah. I'm sure there's people in your DMs like, yo, fam, man can't get a repost.
Yeah, you know what? People do that, and
pay for that, man.
They even asked me to repost. Like, there's this one lady. She has one girl. She has a cooking page. She sells food, and I just did it for free. She wanted to pay me, but I did it for free in a sense. Because you know what it is with me? And I'm actually going to do that. I got to change the Icy, because it's like professional and personal, but I got to make it 100% professional, the page. And then, I see us.
We'll talk about it behind the scenes, family.
Yeah.
There's multiple ways of getting income off of this content game. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, the Ciroc has me lit right now.
Hey, you know what
Friday's
I'm saying?
not drinking. I'm over here just beating the Ciroc, smoking this.
I'm smoking. Did I salute my sponsors? Oh, salute to the sponsors. Astro Pink. I'm like, what? 46 minutes in, and now I'm saluting the sponsors. I'm a fucking asshole. Salute to the sponsors, Astro Pink. If you know, you know.
Is this the sponsor right here?
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? They got the half ounce bags. They got the quarter bags now. That's the big old alien that's in the background there. Hit them up on their Instagram, Astro Pink worldwide, or you can find them on their website, myastropink.com. And salute to our sponsors, Diamond Club, all right? Proud sponsors of the We Love Hip Hop podcast and network. Check them out. They do deliveries all over the city. They got flour, they got edibles, you know what I mean? High level or even low level for y'all lightweights out there, all right? Hit them up on their Instagram, Diamond Club _905. They will handle your order. But let's continue quick fast here. I got some news stories I wanted to put past you and let me get your opinions on, right? But before that, I want to know about the IG censorship. How have you been able to deal with that, fam? Like, because you still do the demon time and stuff like that. Is there like, do you have like a limit of time that you know? Like, do you have like a cheat code or a hack that you know to be able to move around these censorship laws?
No. See, I guess one thing about me and rules, like you're asking like why I used to get in trouble when I was younger. I break rules, right? So Instagram, and that's another thing. I'm surprised I still have this Icy Springer 2.0 page and they ain't shut that shit down.
I'm gonna check to see if it's there right now.
You know what I mean? But it's like, fuck. I just do my thing because girls followed up on the live. These girls are sucking cucumbers, they're sucking dildos, they're popping pussy, they're showing titties. And then my drunk ass, I sometimes I'm drunk when I'm doing it, right? My girl tells me not to, but I repost it on the page. That's what I did the other day. And they
leave it up.
Yeah, I just do it. I love the fuckery. Friday. You know what I mean?
You're supposed to take those ones down.
You know what I mean?
Archive that shit.
I just make a new page, you know what I mean? But you're right, take it down, archive it. But yeah. So I just make a new page realistically.
Yeah.
That's how I deal with it.
You know what? That just popped into my mind too. You ever think about OnlyFans?
Yeah, I do. Shouts out to all my demons.
Yeah, because you got the demons already, fam. Like it's
Shouts out to all the demons. I had a 1-2. Actually, I made an Icy Springer OnlyFans, but the thing is, I'm not really active on it. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I'm outside. I'm active outside, pissed off. You know what I mean? I'm focused on my paper, but yeah, I did make one in a sense where I was gonna promote and like work, make content and me. I ain't having sex or selling no but you know what I mean. Really, just try to promote the demons that followed on my platform. On the Icy Springer OnlyFans platform, right? So yeah, I have one still, but
I got a gem for you, but I'm gonna save it for off camera. Y'all can't have everything, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want y'all to go pop off with the sauce before Icy gets to use it. But I have a fucking gem for you for that I'll remind me once we're done this to remind you about the OnlyFans demon time.
I will because I made it and I'm like, I walk on from Yasa. And it's kind of like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like,
no, don't worry. I got you. I have an idea that's so sick. You'll be like, this is going to be so easy. But remind me.
All right, we're going to talk.
I got a couple news stories for you. We started off the episode with Jerry Springer, playing the Jerry Springer chant, right?
Yeah.
And your name is Icy Springer.
Yeah.
So I feel like you got a kind of Jerry Springer thing going on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
He passed 79 years old, fam. Did you ever watch Jerry Springer as a kid?
Rest in peace, Jerry Springer.
Rest in peace.
And yeah, I did watch. I was seeing it this morning. I woke up this morning and like 10 people sent it to me. 10, they keep saying it all day today. I was on live. They were talking about it. But yeah, I used to watch Jerry Springer when I was a kid.
Yeah.
In the 90s, And that he used to come on at 10 o'clock.
Yes.
And that was my bedtime.
Okay.
And you know what I mean? So when I was going to sleep, Jerry Springer was on, and the big people that I watched Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, so.
Yeah, man. He died of pancreatic cancer. He was 79 years old, same way. So, like, you know, he wasn't a young man, but he was still not old enough yet, right? But that man was a legend. Like, this guy was a mayor before he started doing the Jerry Springer show.
You're right. You know what? You're true.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? And then his show was a little bit more serious. Remember, he used to have like KKK members and stuff like that.
Yeah. It was different. It was almost like Pink. You know the artist Pink? Her career was one way, then it changed.
Yeah, she went from hip hop to rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Jerry Springer. I just wanted to you know, salute the legend. You know what I mean? Condolences to his family because, like, fam, the man's show was on, I think 25 years, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's generations of people who
show
grew up
business.
On him. Show business, fam. Yeah, man. R.I.P. to Jerry Springer. We did speak about something earlier, a gentleman earlier. Top 5. Okay? I've brought him up a few times in some recent Instagram or YouTube lives, right? Because he's been going through like his case and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you have any views on that, fam? Like on like... Because Top 5 he was a huge part of the scene, fam.
Yeah.
And from him like not being on road, do you feel that there's been a change?
Yeah. First of all, I'll say this. Like I've been saying, free Top 5. Me, Top 5. I'll say this. When it comes to Toronto music, he's he's in my top 5 favorite artists as far as Toronto artists.
Okay,
I'm putting him up there with Drake and fucking woo woo woo. Because I listen to that shit.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm a little bit lit. The question, go back to the question.
Like, do you think that, like, the things changed?
Ever since, yeah. And like I said, before we started doing this, I said I haven't seen academics ever since Top 5's been away.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's number 1. Number 2, ever since Top 5's been away, I've been number 1 in a sense. Because people compare me to Top 5, and I feel like Top 5's on a whole nother level as far as music and live goes, because his numbers and mine are different.
Yeah.
But ever since he's been gone, it's like, I say that then. At one point, before I lost the Balenci Icy Podcast live page, Top 5, his account was following me. Okay. But at that time, he was in a bin, so I don't know if it was. But, you know, his handles, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shouts out to him and his people. But yeah, I feel like it's been a change. But in my opinion, I feel like he's coming home.
Okay.
Because everybody that I know that knows him, they say he's coming home. It's a bus up. And that's just what it is. You know what I mean?
No, fam, I'm glad you gave your opinion on that because, like, I've been doing my news reports and I've been, you know, getting different reports from my sources and stuff like that. And I haven't been feeling like it's been that positive. But if you feel that, like, his people have been saying it's a bus up, fam, like, I feel like a lot of his fans would love to hear that, bro.
Well, you got to stay positive. That's number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2, like me, you know, I'm number 1 when it comes to show business, right? So I got my sources as well. And my sources, I ask them and I look in their face and they honestly, it's a bus up.
Yeah.
Regardless, you know, in my well, you see me, I feel like they ain't got shit. Because at first it was one charge, then they upgraded it. I feel like they just did that because he was this, you know, the way how he was moving.
They're trying to prove a point.
They ain't got shit.
Yeah.
In my opinion, right? But shouts out to Top 5, free Top 5.
No, man, salute the Top 5.
Yeah.
I you know, especially as a man who's lived in jungle at one point in his life, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know it wasn't the top 5 times.
Exactly, it wasn't.
But like,
let's clarify that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's you know, I always want to, and you're a man in the scene who follows everything that's going on with the Toronto scene, fam. So
yeah,
your voice needs to be heard when it comes to some of these topics that I'm here covering on the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Another thing, okay, I have a question that I always wonder, right? You've given us our big ups. You say that we're the biggest out here, and I appreciate that, right?
Yeah.
And we've been doing it going on 7 years.
Yeah.
But I complain about this all the time. Why isn't there more Toronto media?
Well, I'll say this to you. Because you know what it is? It takes work ethic. you know? And that's something a lot of people don't have, right? And there's a lot of things that it takes that you have, in a sense, because you up here doing what you do, you know? But there's people doing it. They screen recorded people's lives. And then they post it and they run their page. They're trying to ting. But I honestly, that's a good question I don't have the answer to. Aside from you and Rock Boy Ninja.
Rock Boy, Voices.
Yeah.
Right? Voices from the
Voices Staircase. I don't really tap in with the Voices of the Staircase, but I'm aware of them. I know they be doing their thing. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, aside from 1, 2, 3, yeah, I don't really know.
I'll put Extra Gravy in there. You might not be as familiar with them, but shouts out to Bingo though and Dogs After Dark. Yeah. They be doing their thing. I fuck with them, but that's more of like an Instagram thing, right? Yeah, I'm talking about
YouTube and shit.
YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, you may be able to find the podcast audio somewhere, but like places where like, okay, the reason why this irks me.
I'm getting drunk.
Yeah. We're in fucking a city that has millions of people, my G. It's not like we're in some small fucking town. Okay, no matter how much we're in Canada, we're not no small town in Canada. So New York, you're tripping over fucking podcast. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we should at least have 2/3 the amount of podcasts that like a New York City would have.
Well, I'll say this to you.
Or at least internet shows or something. It doesn't have to be podcasts, but shows where artists can go from place to place, not just 1-2 place, bro.
Well, you know what it is though? You know what's so crazy? New York artists, well, there's two things. One, the lifestyle, like for instance, YouTubers, I was saying this on my live, but the lifestyle that the American YouTubers are living compared to the Canadian ones are two different ones. So I don't think it's that motivating to make people want to woo in a sense.
Facts.
Secondly, as far as like shows and like, or you said something last, but like I feel like Toronto, Canada, it's just Canada. Because like New York or America is just bigger and it's just a different energy and vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like...
No, you're right, fam. Because
so I feel like, yeah.
Because even like with us, with what we're doing, right? You take We Love Hip Hop, you place it in like Atlanta, New York or whatever, 10 times bigger. Still representing Toronto. Like we're the Toronto network, but we just happen to live there. 10 times bigger.
Yeah. It's different.
Yeah.
And like for a sustaining career, like, you know, I feel like America's just it's bigger. You know what I mean? Toronto is like, yo, people will fuck with you, but like, you know what I mean? It's just different in Toronto.
Yeah.
I mean, but shouts out Toronto. I love Toronto, but
we need more, fam. I've been complaining about this for a while, and I complain about it a lot of times to myself on YouTube Live and shit like that.
But if we need more, isn't that more competition?
I don't mind. To me, it elevates the whole game. It creates what they call an ecosystem. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Yo, this is a media hub.
This is like Goku brain because he's thinking different. Me, I'm thinking fuck competition.
No, but fam, the more the merrier.
Right. Yeah.
Because now this
is
big
like that DJ
companies,
Khaled mentality. I'm not that 50 Cent mentality. But that will last longer and it's better.
Fam, at least if we're all up, now we can think about crushing each other because we're all up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're all got money. We can have fun. You know what I mean? Trolling each other and doing all type of rich nigga shit, but we are rich niggas. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
That's the way I'm looking at it. And we'll get there because there's a whole bunch of places that people can go. People from the outside, like the people with the money, the big corporate companies and stuff like that, they'll see, oh shit, there's like 8 podcasts out there in Toronto. Let's throw a bag on this shit.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, makes sense.
That means the scene's super lit now.
Well, you're right. So to be honest with you, I don't have the answer, right? But it is needed. And it could be useful and beneficial for the city in a sense if there was more media, man. Because like less rappers, we have enough rappers. They needed more producers, right?
You're tripping over rappers.
Yeah. So we need some media, man.
Right?
Yeah.
Then you have different levels of media. You got rappers who can do what they call a media tour.
Oh, yo, Hoodlum was about to do his thing at one point.
I filmed it.
Free Hoodlum, he's still in there?
I think he still is.
Yeah,
I filmed that episode.
I was on live with Hoodlum one time.
I have it in my hard drive, bro.
So what happened to that?
He did the one episode, and then he wanted to do a few more episodes before he started dropping them, but then he started going through his legal issues, and we haven't seen him since.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was the Too Hood for Too Hood for TV podcast.
I remember when he was doing that,
Yeah. I'll give you another jewel for that people don't know. His first episode was with DJ Vegas.
Who's DJ Vegas?
Las Vegas that you were just with over there at the GTV network.
Oh.
Nigga that was behind the camera.
Okay, Vegas. Okay.
Yeah, his first interview was with Vegas, and he went through Vegas' whole history and all that.
Oh, because Vegas used to record for the CLE guys and shit like that. Okay,
Yeah. That's an exclusive.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You heard it here at first on the We Love Hip Hop Network, you know, or maybe not. I don't know. Last thing I got to ask you.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna be a 2-part question. Give me your top 5 Toronto rappers. I know top 5's in there. Okay, and you can go as big as you want, pause or whatever as far as the levels.
All right, say that then. First is The Boy. Shouts out to Drake.
Drizzy Drake. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Second is Free Tory Lanez.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thirdly is The Prince. You know The Prince? That's Pressa.
Okay.
All right.
I was like the Prince.
Yeah, because at one point he was saying he was the Prince of Toronto, right? All right, fucking, I'm lit right now. Good thing we're about to wrap this shit up because you see this fucking bottle right here. All right, but anyways,
about to turn into a Bismarck episode.
So yo, what? 1, 2, 3, and I'd say 4 is top 5, and then I'd say 5 is Bully.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I could go to 10, but yeah, that's my top 5 right there.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Now, the second part of my question, because 3 of those people, they're gone, right? But 2 of the people that you mentioned that are part of the quote-unquote underground scene, one is incarcerated, one deceased, R.I.P. Bully. Right?
Yeah.
Are all the top Toronto underground rappers either deceased or in jail, fam?
Good question. For a second, right now.
I went there, fam. I'm
to a
driving
degree,
the car.
You know why? Because those rappers have the controversy surrounding them. It's either the ones that are in jail, right? So it's like, I say that then to a degree, yeah. But we still have Doovie outside.
We do.
Right? So, and as far as I know, he's alive and well and free, right? So, yeah. Yo, my shit was looking funny the whole time I was doing this like this.
Yeah, don't worry about that, man. You're good.
Yo, but yeah. But, yeah, to a degree, that's what it is.
Yeah, well, fam, why do you think that is? Like, I've done documentary pieces, and there's so many. Like, I did a whole series called "Toronto Rappers in Jail," fam. Like, it's a mad thing, fam. Like, why can't we keep some of our most loved Toronto rappers free or even alive, bro? What is it with the city, bro?
The alive part, boy, that's between God and them. The free thing, honestly, you know. Let me tell you something. See, I was just in jail, right? And I was on a range with a lot of famous name brand people. Shouts out to the guys, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's like niggas are really about that life. You know what I mean? And so it's like, yo, they're really on that shit. As far as like, you know how they have gangs in LA and then Chicago is on their like drill shit. Toronto's pissed off. Yeah. You know, so it's like, fuck, niggas, as much as they rap, they live a lifestyle. They're in a different lane. So, and we all know what happens when you're in that lane. There's only 2 things at the end of the road, right?
This is true.
So I guess that's just what they're really, really pissed off.
Yeah. It's kind of like a side effect of keeping it real, like to wrap up our conversation here. You know what I'm saying? Because we're in this hip hop game, especially when it comes to the street shit, and we've been conditioned like over the years. It's part my generation's fault. I won't even say partially. It's fully my generation's fault. Like the over 40 niggas. Okay, I'm gonna tell you all this now. Yeah, where we were like, keep it real, and we were throwing people off the stage for being fake gangsters or what we used to call studio rappers or studio gangsters. Yeah. We were pushing that line so crazy.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, that now the new generation. They're like, yeah, we actually are keeping it real. I got 10 bodies. I'm going to rap about it right now.
Yeah, because, it's like, Styles P and those guys. Mm-hmm. These guys are on a whole different type of ooh, right?
Yeah.
But when they were young, I was like, okay, say that then. And these niggas are pissed off. Okay?
Styles P said, I'm going to kill 100 niggas right in front of niggas.
Oh, shit, say that.
That's a Styles P bar, bro.
Niggas are pissed off. They learn from their OGs, you know what I mean? And it's in their DNA. They're going to die that way.
Yeah. No, fam, this is why I do what I do here, fam. I'm here to take accountability for the old heads. They don't always like it. They be like, yo, shut up, Friday. No, fam, the kids are crazy. Nah, fam, it's on us. You know what I'm saying? But listen, fam, we were probably, what are we, like, an hour and change in?
Yeah.
Fam. See, podcasting, bro.
Yeah.
Just like that. You know what I'm saying? Harmless. What do you got coming up, bro?
What I got coming up, I'll say this. I got some merch dropping. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Tune into the #1 live show in Toronto on Instagram.
And make sure that I'll get some of that merch too.
You know what I mean? We got some merch forward in. Like I said earlier, I'm collaborating with cities. Mm-hmm. And that's what's forwarding right now. You know what I mean? You got to stay tuned to see what's really happening.
Yeah, and you might see Icy pop up a couple of times over here. Now that we've had this conversation, because I wanted to do this, have this first conversation, do the interviewing and all that, and bounce some ideas off you and get that out the way so that when people see you again, it won't be like, oh,
well, okay, yeah. I guess I failed to mention that. Yeah, you're gonna see me on YouTube. You know what I mean? We're gonna be doing content and collaborating with different networks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And most definitely at me. You see me over here. We talking like that, and I'm open to doing that with certain people as long as their intentions are like genuine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Niggas like, oh, fuck shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, we got too much motion. I don't know what to do with it. You know what I mean? So
it's the motion, bro.
You know what I mean? So yeah, most definitely, I'm open to
Yeah, man. And you gave the people your social medias and stuff. You hit them with the Instagram. Hit them with the OnlyFans too. Make sure to hit them with the OnlyFans.
Well, if you want to see the demon shaking some ass, the camera's a little bit far right now. I can't even see myself right now. But anyways, Icy Springer Demon Time. You know what I mean? OnlyFans. And most importantly on Instagram, Icy Springer 2.0. Check me out on Instagram, #1 live show in Toronto.
Scene. Let me get some music running here.
We love hip hop.